that's how you drive around here when you have one of these trucks. Oh my God. When most people see a cool custom truck, they have no idea the amount of work it took to get it there. And this is tougher for Ford trucks, as the aftermarket doesn't cater to them like they do for other brands. But that didn't stop the owner of this 66 F100 from building it to what you see today. So today we're doing a deep dive into this build to show you what it takes to build a truck to this level. Hey everyone, Kevin here. And like I said, we're gonna be talking about Ford trucks today and the problems with building one. And we got Randy Ross with us here today. He owns this truck. And Randy, tell me about how this truck came to be. Were you a big fan of F100s? Yeah, how did you end up getting this truck?
I guess I was raised somewhat a Ford guy to some degree. My dad had a 65 of F100 when I was a kid. I was into cars from age 3, really. I knew every car on the road. Had various cars over the years. I came to a place where I wanted a truck. I revisited what my dad had when I was a kid. Found this one on Craigslist, and that was in 2009, and made it my daily driver. And so that's kind of how it came to me.
And I think, as I remember, you built this yourself. So, I mean, it's kind of home built. You didn't build it at home, but it's kind of home built. It wasn't at a shop or anything like that. How did that happen? How did you got a space or something?
I have a friend that owns a big warehouse in San Fernando, and we became friends at my gym. And so he had a tenant move out of his building, and he offered to let me use that space to build my truck, which was awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Not a lot of people can say that they've home built their vehicle or built it on their own like that. So that's actually really amazing that you're able to do that. But it is a little bit easier this day and age too, as well, with some of the products that are out there, and a lot of the knowledge that's out there right now too, as well, over the internet and all that stuff. Okay, one of the first things you may notice about this truck is it's not a restoration. The height has been altered, it's lower, and to get these trucks down, it takes a bit of work. A few years back, a little while ago, or you could still do it, a lot of people would do what we called a Crown Vic swap. So basically you would find the front suspension off of an old Crown Victoria at a junkyard or something like that. It probably cost you a few $100. Take that suspension and it pretty much bolts up to a truck like this. There might be a little fabrication here and there. But Randy, you didn't do that. You went with something else. You upgraded quite a bit, right?
I did. Through a series of mental processes, I didn't want to go Crown Vic. It's too wide for me. I wanted the wheels to suck a little better. So I ended up with a C4 Corvette, front and rear. The front from a 96 Corvette Grand Sport had the 13-inch rotors on it. Got the cross member and mounting kit from Flat Out Engineering in orange. Don over there makes an awesome kit for that. And then the rear is also a C4 Corvette, a Dana 44. And I converted both of those to QA1 coilovers instead of the trans-mounted spring that they had on them from the factory. And it just works really well. Yeah,
so I think with all changing everything over to Corvette, Randy has an independent suspension now. He's got coilovers on it, so he can tune that for the height, the dampening, to make it smooth or more stiff if he wants to go on a track or something like that. And then, like you said, the disc brakes, power steering, all that are some of the things that you would want to look at when you want to upgrade one of these trucks. Oh, I know what I was going to ask you is, did this truck originally have a twin I-beam suspension system?
It had a twin I-beam on the front. Yes, it did. That started in 1965. This is 66. I had put the drop beams on it before I did all this stuff, just to get the height down a little bit, and that worked fine for the period of time that I had it on there.
I don't have too much experience with those, but I know that basically they're more designed for like an off-road situation. Now, if you lift them up a little bit, they are pretty smooth in that sense. Off-road guys love them. But when we go down, the geometry of the suspension gets all kind of funky. Maybe you can go down an inch or two, but you're not gonna, you're gonna have drum brakes, not disc brakes. You're gonna have drum brakes on that setup. You'd have to convert it as well. So you might as well switch everything over to get all the modern stuff that you would want in a truck like this. All right, so the other thing you would notice on this truck is that it doesn't have stock wheels. It's got Steelies with some hubcaps on it. Randy, what exactly do we got going on with this truck?
Well, there is a story behind those wheels. The truck's been Mustang powered since 2012. I did my first engine conversion in 2012 with a fuel injected 5.0 from a 92 Fox body Mustang. And then I put the Coyote in it in 2021, which also came from a Mustang. So it's been Mustang powered since 2012. And when I was building the thing, I kind of thought about themes, and I thought, well, I'll just add a GT on the end of the F100. So along with that, then it's like, well, what am I going to do for the wheels? So I'd seen this Mustang on a 65 Mustang on Instagram, Project Twin Turbo. He had Detroit Steel make him some custom wheels that were kind of a throwback to the old Mustang GT rally wheels from 68, whenever, 69, whenever it was. And it was such a cool look. They were 18s and 20s on that car. I sent him a message like, do you mind if I steal your idea for some wheels for my truck? He said, no, I don't mind at all. So I broke down and bought their Mac. It's a production wheel that they have. The Mac already has slots in it. Not as many slots as the other one that the guy had made. And then I fitted my, I got the reproduction GT caps, fitted those in it. So it kind of is an homage to the 68 GT rally wheels.
And that's kind of a popular mod with these old classic trucks, is basically having like a newer type steel wheel. It's a modern wheel because it's bigger size. What is it, like 17 inches on this?
These are 18s.
18s. So that's bigger than stock. Stock would have been, what, 15 or something like that. Putting an old school cap on there and giving that original sort of look, but with an upgraded size and all of that and everything. Okay, along with increased wheel size also comes new tires. You got to grip the road. Randy has a set of NT555 G2 tires on this thing. Randy, how did you end up on that tire?
Well, it was one of the only ones I could find that had the matching tread design for the two different sizes I wanted for front and rear. So that's the primary reason I went with these tires. Plus, they're just a cool tread design. I love it, and they're noted for performance, and it just works for me.
Yeah, I think you've got a good tire on it because they are a summer tire is what they call them. But they're also very good in the wet weather as well. They've got great traction, all that stuff. There are other options for trucks like this. You could go with an Invo that's going to have more tire wear and a different design, but they're more for luxury vehicles and like with tires that have different widths and all that, and matching them back and front, like Randy said, and all that. There is also what's called a 420V as well. There's for trucks that are hauling more loads, bigger trucks, maybe have a trailer or something like that, because they can take a higher weight load rating and all of that. But they only come in like 20 inches to 24 inches sizes. But the tire I actually like for a truck, if this was like dailied actually, would be a Motivo 365, as they have great tire wear. They're gonna last you, I think it's warranted for like 60,000 miles and all of that. But in Randy's case, he went with the 555 G2 and it seems like it works just right. All right, so one thing Randy did mention is that this truck has a Coyote in it. Now, Randy, obviously it didn't have a Coyote to start with. What was in there before?
When I bought it, it had the original 352 FE motor with an automatic transmission, and then 3 years after that I put the fuel injected 5.0 from a 92 Mustang with an AOD in it, game changer. And then this engine came from a 2016 Mustang that had been rear-ended. It came out of Texas, but I found it at a salvage yard in San Fernando.
Great. Now, a question I have is, how much did that V8 swap cost you? How much did the Coyote cost to get into that?
Well, I bought the engine, transmission, and computer, all the stuff that came with it from that car. I saw it in the car before I pulled it out, 37,000 miles. It cost me $7,000 in 2019. Now the same setup could be, 10, 12, whatever it is, because this has gone crazy. But that's what it cost me to get the engine at least. Yep. And then everything else that goes with it adds up from there.
Question I have is that were there any troubles in doing, any issues that came up in doing this swap? If you did it a number of years ago, they're not exactly plug and play, or maybe they are a little bit now. You tell me, like how difficult was it?
Well, the first challenge was getting the engine placed into the engine bay. I had the front fenders off. I still had the cab on, and but I wanted the engine to sit as low and as far back as I could get it to go. And so I positioned the cross member into place, and then I was able to finagle things so that the engine was set back and got down behind the rack and pinion and that whole deal. So I had nice clearance there, and that was one of the bigger challenges, just getting the engine placed.
While you were doing this, did you put any upgrades on it, maybe exhaust, anything like that on the engine?
The engine's basically stock, except I did add the Boss 302 intake because I think it looks cool. And And I added ultimate headers and 3-inch stainless exhausts. Other than that, and a cold air intake. So other than that, the engine's basically stock internals.
Gotcha. Now, do you have any idea of the power rating on the engine?
You know, I had it tuned after I got it running, and the tuner guy said it was right around 500 to the crank. I don't know. I just know it's way faster than my other 302 that I had.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things, or some of the things that I like about the Coyote engines and doing a swap with them is that they have a lot of power, and it seems like they have a lot of power on demand. Honestly, I love LS engines, I love Chevys, but I kind of think the Coyote is a win over all other engines just for the engineering in it and the power that's in it, as well as there's fuel efficiency. Not that we're really thinking about it when we're building a truck like this, because honestly, we don't really care. We're just gonna dump all our money into fuel because it's cool when we drive. That's just what we're after. But yeah, how do you like it? I mean, the power-wise and everything, it's gotta be pretty fun, right?
Oh, it's awesome. I love the power, but I'm also interested in fuel economy as well, because I road trip this thing. So I definitely am concerned about fuel mileage. But yeah, it does pretty good. It does pretty good. I think, you know, the best I've gotten is a little over 20. The worst is like 15 and a half, but that was with my foot in it all the time. And I can't complain about that in a truck with almost 500 horsepower.
That's not that bad, considering I have a small block in my truck, and I think normally I got like 8 miles a gallon. If I was going downhill with a gust of wind behind me, maybe I got 12, maybe on a really good day. Aside from this thing being really reliable, it looks great. And Randy, I can't imagine it looked this good when you got it, right?
Well, when I first bought it back in 2009, it looked pretty good because it was all one color. Over time, some things happened. I had to replace the bed, I had to replace the roof. So it was 3 colors by the time I started on this phase of the thing. And also, I was just going to leave the body like that. The arrangement I had with my friend with the warehouse where I built the thing was to do the suspension and the engine swap and the framework that I did. However, I had it strung all over his warehouse in pieces, and he's like, why don't you paint that thing while you have it apart? So we know it's going to take me a lot longer if I do that. Fine, go ahead. So I brought in the blaster and gel that and gel the bodywork and painted the thing right there in the warehouse. And so now that's why it looks like it does.
Wow. That's amazing. You painted it yourself. Another thing I want to ask is, I mean, did you have any rust issues or anything like that? It's very common on these old trucks that you get them. I mean, they're old, you know, like, geez, this is what, 66, so what is it, 60 years old? 60 years old. You had to have some issues with it, right?
Well, media blasting will certainly reveal any kind of issues that you have. Nothing really major. I had a little bit of rust in the front of the bed, which I was able to splice in a piece there. I'd already replaced the top of the roof, so that was taken care of. And then I got a different hood for it because I had a little rust on the front part of the hood, so I got a different hood that was rust-free. So the floors were fine. The rest of it was fine.
Now, what I want to ask too is that it looks a little different from stock. Was there any modifications that you made to, you know, clean it up a little bit?
Just a few. Yeah. I never liked the way the bumpers fit on these things because they were just too wide, stuck out too far. So I narrowed and tucked the front bumper 3 inches and pushed it back 1.5 inches, shaved the bolts. Rear bumper, I pushed in 1.5 inches and also shaved the bolts. Then I also welded up the seams on the bed, seams on the cab, and those kinds of things.
Yeah. Well, it looks great. Another thing I noticed is that it's got a bed cover. And do you have a liner in there underneath the cover and all that?
What I have underneath there, I sprayed the inside of the bed after I modified the wheel tubs. I sprayed it with color-matched bed liner material on the floor of the bed. And then the cover itself is from Pro's Pick out of Canada. I sent them my measurements and they custom made the thing to fit my truck. So.
Gotcha. Well, I like that it's flush fit to the bed, all that stuff, and then it's actuated, all that, you know, just, I mean, basically you can probably lock it up, right, and like put stuff in there and don't really have to care about it too much.
Yeah, it'd be really difficult to pry the thing up with those electric lifts on it.
Well, it sounds like Randy has a lot of good upgrades on this truck, and I'm curious to see how it does on the road. Can we go for a little ride?
Yes, we can.
Great, that's what I like to hear. It should be awesome. Well, cool, Randy, we're in your truck. I have to say, it's pretty cool with these bucket seats you got in here. These aren't stock, right?
Well, they're not stock. They're 66 Mustang seats, but they've got the TMI bolsters and stuff that make them a little more sporty, so they hug you a little better.
Oh, gotcha. That's cool. And then you got some cool center console here too, right?
Yeah, it's a one-off.
Yeah.
It's two 63 Falcon consoles welded together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. And then what about for gauges and stuff like that?
Got classic instruments in the center of the dash bezel here, and yeah.
Gotcha. Now, did you do the upholstery or did somebody else do it?
I had the seats sewn, but I did the rest of it. I wrapped the dash and put the carpet in and wrapped the door panels and all that.
Gotcha. Well, I have to say, it rides pretty well. Maybe if we can get up to speed a little bit and see what the Coyote does.
we can do that.
We'll see if some of this traffic clears.
Yeah, we don't ram into somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
That would not be good.
Oh, yeah! Nice! Oh, man. Yeah, that's how you drive around here when you have one of these trucks. Oh, my. Oh, and the brakes. Check us up. Oh, man. Yeah, with that move, I didn't know if we were going to slide or what was going to happen. But we stayed on track pretty well. Woo! Oh, man. I love it. Oh, this is great. Man, that's so cool. I mean, you've got the new power plant, all of that. With the suspension, you could show off a bit. It could take off when you need to.
Yeah.
And it's reliable too. Like
that too.
I mean, it's the full package.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, hope you didn't pay too much in it. I guess you saved a bunch of labor and all that stuff. I mean, I think you had some people that advised you on things and stuff,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know, and the internet's a great place to find some information. But Randy, I have to thank you. It's been awesome riding in this thing. It's nice and smooth. It feels great. Absolutely, I love the power out of it. I'm so jealous, man. Even though I'm not really a Ford guy, I'm so jealous. But yeah, thank you for giving me a ride and everything.
Absolutely, man.
Well, that just about does it for this video, and we thank you for watching it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a future video, and we will catch you next time.